I'm still throwing off that we really got 2 ponytails. This shit is funny. I got one too. Like,
yeah, all up in here. Looking like we're ready.
Like, inner child, come on, they ain't here. We out here. We out here.
It's true. Well, this is ours. This is ours. You might as well. Go wear other people's shit. You know what I mean?
Because there's too many different ways you can rock your natural hair.
So. What I'm saying.
And I got enough for a ponytail. People playing.
Exactly. Don't make none of that excuses, man. That shit look cute and let's go.
Yeah, bruh. It's so adorable. It's just like, oh.
So, all right, let me introduce podcast. Well, not podcast. I always say podcast.
It's a show.
Yeah. So I'm gonna introduce. So. Hi everyone, welcome back to Culture Healing. So today we're doing another review with Toni. You see the review that we do earlier, we couldn't figure out a video to do or whatever. So this time we came planned because what we did earlier was random. We didn't plan to do that. So we weren't really like sure which route we should go or whatever the case is. So now we're gonna do it differently in the some videos. So Toni, introduce thyself.
Hi, it's Toni Real here, Real Queen Reflections on Instagram and YouTube.
It's true. So we are just gonna get right into it. You know, when I'm doing reviews, I don't like to take a long while to like get into it. So you know, when we get into let people see what we're watching today. So she actually sent me a video on guys, today we're rocking the puffs. We were like, oh my gosh, we both are doing puffs and stuff.
We didn't even know.
Exactly. No, we just pick a day. Exactly. We usually pick a day and like pick a topic, especially for the series that we're doing, and we just pop on. So whatever happens. So this was not planned.
At all. Right. And I'm loving it though. I'm loving it. We brought out our inner child for y'all, so y'all know. We don't just be saying it, we be doing it too. I got my head out and everything. It's okay. It's all right, you know. We got it. So we here with y'all.
That's true. I agree. So we are going to watch the video and give our opinions. So she sent this to me on Instagram. I'm going to just open screen. I wish that we could find an app where you guys can see us together on the screen bigger. I don't like the fact that, you know, we have to pause it, stop it, come in to give our opinions. I have to figure out a way to do that. But anyways, that's for me to solve. So let's go and see what is up with this, because I haven't watched it. I think you've watched it, right?
Right, I watched it, but I don't actually remember the point made after the video.
Got it.
I'm interested too.
Good. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, sorry guys. I'll have to rewind. Yes.
I believe in cheating respectfully. I never tell my man like, oh, you can go cheat on me. So cheating respectfully to me is cheating where I don't find out. Is having control over your other women. Is using condoms and not having babies. Like, cheat respectfully, because believe it or not, your man is cheating. But I'm not leaving my man over a one-night stand with a period. I will only leave my man for 3 weeks. 3 things. You bring me home an STD, you have a baby on me, or if you gay. Everything else is worked out for me.
All right, my girl Terica just sent me this video, and she says this is like crazy, you know, for somebody to say. And I halfway agree with her.
I want to pause.
I agree with.
Right.
There's a side
I just want to pause for a bit.
Got to, because he about to go in.
Okay. Why I'm pausing is it is sad, right, that she thinks she has to settle because she thinks that men are going to cheat on me eventually. So therefore, I have to settle on what it is I accept on his cheating. Basically, is what I get from her. If it is that she was in a race with a man who didn't cheat, I bet you she would change her saying just like that one time. But because the fact that the lifestyle that she's in, those men don't show discipline and respect in a relationship. So I think, you know what? These are the 2 things that bye you could go do what you want to do type of life. So I think that's like a settlement. Your opinion?
I think it's definitely settling. Because I'm like, What? Like, I seen that and was like when I first saw it, I was like, she don't speak for all of us. She do not speak for all of us. Like, no. And then, you know what's crazy? The other backing. Like, I think it's always interesting how people try to back up like an ignorant statement. Like, the thing she's saying she like is an absolute deal breaker. It's interesting because it's like, but if you giving him the okay to cheat, like, as long as he do it respectfully, so he just can't bring you no baby back home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you let him cheat, girl, he might get somebody pregnant. He might bring you a STD. So it's like, why would you? It's definitely a subtle. Like, why would you even allow? Like, why would you be cool with that? And then you putting it out into the air, and then go back to what we be saying. Like, your words hold power. So unfortunately, when I saw that, I was like, she on reality TV, and I'm like, unfortunately, she's going to bite her own words, and I feel like we gonna see it. It's gonna be another video where they show this part that she just said, and then her new circumstances that ain't what she really cool with. So I would say, like, we gotta stop lying and making it seem like we cool with stuff that you're not cool with, because clearly you're not cool with him cheating, or you wouldn't be mad about him getting somebody pregnant or bringing you a STD. Because to me, that's a part of the package.
Right.
If it's cool for you to cheat, then I gotta know in my head, like, or he might bring me an STD,
right?
And he might get somebody pregnant. Like, we gotta stop with the whole like playing the fence stuff.
Yeah,
that's it. But yeah,
all right. Let's see what this guy has to say. Hopefully he says something seriously great.
So I'm going to speak to her age group. She looks like she's mid-20s, late 20s, okay? So with the fact that she's that young, most likely dating guys that are that young also, in her reality, it's true. Most of us as men cheat on our girlfriends when we're in our early 20s. And the reason why is because we ain't got no business dating each other anyway, or at least taking things seriously, because we're still kids to a certain degree, right? Now, I'm not saying
I'm pausing.
that a man...
If you have... No, I'm pausing because if you have something to add, you just let me know and I will pause so you can add your say. Right?
Well, you already know how I feel about age groups. I think that's one thing. Like, when he started with that, I was like, here we go. Because I feel like it's very disrespectful to clump people together. Like, you know what I mean? We're not older. You know, we're not but so much older. So does that mean that our opinions are invalid? And I know personally, I've talked to people that were older who thought like him. And they were much older. I feel like older people, and it's not categorizing them all together, but I know a lot of older people who actually settle for cheating. They cool with that. To me, that's the older mindset. I think the younger generations are the ones that's actually saying, no, this is not cool. So I don't like when it's like an attack on millennials, and we're not like that. So I don't like that, because when he said young, you know, early 20s, and then like late 20s, it's like, I feel like a lot of people get to a certain age and then they talk down to everybody else underneath them as if they know more because they got a couple years on. Because he ain't that much older. He's not that much older. And I actually talked to him on his podcast before. So his stuff is kind of like this, but he's very kind of closed-minded with the opinion. I think that was wrong, because we don't even know how old she is. So again, that's why I said she don't speak for all of us. Don't take one reality TV star and then categorize her opinion. She's famous. She don't speak for us. She got a whole nother lifestyle. So if anything, I would say I would have respected him to say, I'm gonna talk to her, like what's the word? Like her wealth bracket or whatever.
Right, the class like that she's in.
Yes. Yeah, not her age group, because I disagree with that already.
Yeah, because I know, especially the narrative that we live in the Caribbean and South America, because I have both experience with South America and the Caribbean, and there are relationships in South America and some in the Caribbean who have who is married in a young age, right? And their relationships are successful. I am not sure if there's cheating or whatever, but they do make it work. They are able to manage certain things. It is, I think you are correct. It is to do with the upbringing of the responsibility taught to those beings. And from what I've noticed about the American lifestyle to do with the Caribbean lifestyles and the other continent lifestyles, they're not really taught that household responsibility of a relationship. Everything is what I want, what I'm gonna get. So they don't have the catering and submissive sides of that, and the men don't have that providing accountability side that some people in the Caribbean are gonna have. So you're gonna find, in terms of certain opinions, her opinion, as she said, is only based on where she is and the narrative that she is living, and she can only speak on that narrative because that's it. So yeah, he can't really you can't put together that in any way. Responsibilities comes to how you want it, how seriously you want to take it. And I find that if people are here, they do get a child or whatever, you find that they would put aside whatever it is to make sure that child is good. It's only in the last 10 to 15 years you will find that it is more Americanized, where you will have a lot of baby daddies, or the fact that some children or some fathers are not taking care of the children. But before, you would never find, as much as the man would cheat or he would have several baby mamas or whatever, he always made sure his kids were good in money and providing. Emotional stability, hell no. Financial stability, taken care of, that happens here. So
and don't get in a relationship is like, if he like with the justification that he led with already is like to say like
you gotta expect it.
Exactly. It's to be expected because he's too young, and it's like, no, but that's not right there, because that's why he shouldn't be in a relationship if you're gonna cheat. Yeah. If you're not ready to commit, then don't.
Yeah. 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 All right. Let's see what he says. Again, this is what I mean when people have advice. It's ridiculous.
Should cheat, but it's the reality of a young dude. You know, whether he's just out here doing what he does as a single person, or whether he gets a girlfriend, most likely, sadly, he's going to cheat on her if he's like 24 or something like that, you know? But as a man gets older, of course, hopefully the cheating changes or whatever. So in her reality, because this is important for you guys to pay attention to, she's young. In her reality, that is just the way her life is. And she's on TV, or I don't know what she's on, but most likely she's dating somebody that might have a little money or something.
Right.
So it is what it is.
This is what we said earlier.
What do you do if this is your reality also? Well, look at men as practice, and don't try to get too deep with something too early, right? Because we all know women ignore red flags, right? Women ignore red flags.
It's true. That's true. I don't know when to say that.
Red flag ignoring championship competitions, right? It's like they want to ignore the red flags. So that's the first thing. If you know you are a red flag ignorer, well, guess what? You're going to find yourself getting cheated on over and over again. And you have...
Let's discuss the red flag. Okay. Because
I wrote down too deep, so I'm going to let you go first.
Men. Let's discuss what this red flag is, right? You are correct. Women do ignore red flags. We just be like, you know what? Things are going to change. But here is the hard truth. I had to tell somebody this on a video. The video that I posted yesterday about being in a monogamous relationship. And it has nothing to do with polygamy or polygamory or whatever. It has nothing to do with that. I just say monogamous to let them see we were talking about whatever. Because people think I'm talking about polygamory. It has nothing to do with that. Or polygamy, sorry. So we, as a Black race, as a melanated race, are not as fortunate as the other Asian race or the white race to have the masculine foundation that they are taught in their household taught to our men, right? They did not design that narrative. They designed the broken home syndrome narrative. Understand? So we as Black females that are in relationship with men who don't have that side of upbringing, especially with everything that we know, I'm not going to break down. We know what we're dealing with. We think we have to settle, aka the reason why we're doing this video. She thinks she has to settle. So when we decide to ignore red flags, is because not only do we see the potential, which I think is ridiculous for what we to do, it is the fact not only that we think we don't have a choice, because when we leave this broken man, we have another broken man. So why not make it work with this broken man? That's all it is. We're trying to make it work with the broken that we have instead of having to start over with a new broken. And it is a sad reality that we have to live. And I was telling somebody this morning, now I don't advocate for interracial relationship. I think why I don't advocate for it is because we have too many brokenness to run from it. Let's try to solve this, or we're going to keep running from ourselves, which is our men and women. But most of the reason why a lot of women run out and go to other men, they will let you know it is not basically for money, but it's because the narrative that they have is a different narrative to the circumstances that they grew up in, and they want to run from that to a different narrative. They don't want to continue to live that. So I'm a bounce over here because I see, you know what, the white women and the Asian women are kind of being respected and treated a little differently, and things are going far. So I'll try over here, because right now all I'm doing is getting baby daddies, men who don't know nothing, men who don't want anything. They're smoking weeds, they're playing video games, they're not going anywhere, and I want to go somewhere. This is most of the reason why people do interracial relationship, apart from the money. If they're being realistic with themselves, that's that. Yes, some may say, oh, I find him attractive or whatever. When you really sit down and betray yourself, you know that you have so much broken in your Black society that you just can't deal, so you run. And I've had men who have actually admitted that to me, and that is sad. Go ahead.
Where are they at? Where's the one that admitted it?
In the Caribbean.
Because this is the thing. This is the perfect video, because it's like you coming through. You came through with the bando when you said, you came busting through the bando when you said that we have broken men.
Yes.
This is the first time I've ever heard somebody say that. Every person that I see blames the Black woman for everything. Like I said, that's what I told you when I was talking about the bitter, broken, aggressive, too independent. I'm just like, so we all these things, right? Have a conversation. But how do you think these things came about? Like, are we in relationships with ourselves? Are we, like, who broke us? Who made us bitter? Who forced us to be independent or feel like we had to be independent? Because last time I checked, like you just said, Black men run away from their responsibilities. So if you run away from your responsibilities, and we got a bunch of kids out here but niggas running in the streets, somebody got to step up to the plate. So it's very interesting to me how a lot of Black men, unfortunately, it's no shade, it's all truth, they have these very large platforms. They only go in on the woman and never take accountability for the man. Anytime they talk about the man, it's as, like he's saying, my energy from what he's saying is a man gonna be a man. It's not saying that we're gonna see the change in the end of the video, but I'm not saying where it's about to go where, you know, he shouldn't do this. It's like, well, that's what he's gonna do. A man gonna be a man, a boy gonna be a boy. But a woman, you know, y'all settled, y'all vulnerable, y'all all of these things. And it's like, but like you just said, you hit it on the head, because you're like, we don't have a choice. Our only other option is to take something or go a whole other direction. Yeah. And the moment we go and step out interracial, it's an issue. The moment that women decide to be lesbian, it's an issue. Yeah. So it's like, y'all really do want us to just sit around and just take in all of y'all shit. And that's not okay. That's not cool. And then when we have standards, now who she thinks she is? Oh, that's what I said. Now you independent, you broken, you aggressive, you think you a man. It's like, where's the balance? And I feel like you got women who are trying to create that balance, that they trying to force it because they know we're not getting. It's like it ain't no halfway mark. So it's like now I gotta force this situation. Another thing I wanted to say too, when he was saying, I think he said something along the lines of like, you know, if you young, don't get too deep, right? And I'm just like, so can we categorize, like, can we label like what you mean? Let's go into details. Because too deep to me means sex. If they too young to commit, they shouldn't even be having sex. Let's start there. And that's my problem. We want to have these conversations. Let's have them the right way. You too young to think about what you want to do. Why are you having sex? Why are you having sex? Like, it's too deep, but then no, it's cool to have sex because, again, like I said, the energy I'm getting from him so far is a man gonna be a man. And then it's just like throwing the ball back in the woman's court and it gives her no out.
But to settle.
You have no, I'm waiting for the man. As I said, where's the man that you was talking to? You need to bring him on here so we can get that man's perspective. because all of these very high, popular, famous celebrity Instagram people, none of them are taking accountability and responsibility for their actions at all. As a man, as a collective, but as a woman, we supposed to sit up here and say, "Oh, I'm broken. Oh, I'm vulnerable. Oh, I'm a single mom. Oh, because I made a baby by myself. Oh, because I raped myself." Y'all got to realize that the things that Black women have had to endure, unfortunately, we've had, especially in this generation that y'all keep trying to judge so much, we face our traumas from Black men. From Black men. I know people from all different walks of life that are gay, lesbian, bisexual, interracial, and they all been hurt. Not all, but some of them, a lot of them been hurt by Black people. No, all of them been hurt by Black people. I'm not gonna say particularly Black men, but Black people, period. So like you said, when do we take responsibility and realize that if you gonna say the Black woman is broken, when y'all gonna realize y'all broken too? If we broken, y'all broke us, which means, what they say, hurt people, right? So if y'all breaking us, what does that say about you? And that's all I got. Oh, and they get mad when I'm sorry, I lied. When they said, because I was on them, when they say, oh, Black men don't cheat. But then you got this Black man that, unfortunately, if y'all Black men don't start stepping up and speaking up, this is your representative right here. So you're wondering why a Black woman looking at you sideways. This is the thing that these are the only men that are willing to express themselves and look at the things that they're saying. All men cheat, from what he's saying to me. Oh, he gonna cheat. Oh, and he said, hopefully he stopped later. You can't cheat for the majority of your life. You know, men introduce to say, oh, have sex early. Oh, get them girls. And then it don't stop. But then when he turned 30, it's supposed to just turn on. No, as a man, as a Black man especially, you need to be able to control your sexuality. So if y'all can't control your sexuality, I'm talking now, right? If y'all can't control your sexuality with a Black woman, why is it that y'all go to prison? Is it different in prison? Because y'all see you can't control your urge. Right. I just have to have discipline. You must have sex or something. So when we sit there and wonder what's going on, when y'all go behind them bars, and I talked to men that was in jail. So I'm speaking from experience. What happens behind those doors? Y'all want to stop coming for us and thinking that we dumb and we all vulnerable, we all naive, and we all broken, and we all bitter. No, we talking with passion. This ain't aggression. This ain't no bad, angry Black woman. We're tired, and y'all not being honest, and it's not fair. If we want to ever create unity and balance, there has to be accountability and responsibility on both ends, not just on the Black woman. That's it. Yeah. I agree with her. But I'll save my opinion for whatever else he has to say. But I do see what she's saying. And when it comes to sex, I find that we are so indisciplined with it. We don't have any discipline. We can't say, you know what, I have control over me. And in these circumstances, not only am I disappointing myself, I am disappointing the union and the things that I'm trying to create. So you will not be, or I will not allow myself to be the downfall by using you for that, and leave it as that. We don't have the discipline to say no. We think it's like with food. You know that this food is bad for you, but the fact that you're still hungering on the food and know that it's going to create damage for you, then you continue to do so. We have to really start practicing discipline, mental discipline, physical discipline, and definitely start taking accountability mentally and physically as well. We don't. So those are the things we have to start doing. All right, let's get back to it. Girl. That got me hyped. That's fine. We need the hypeness. We need to express. I'm telling you. And we're only to 50 innings. Because you're somewhat of a red flag ignorer. Because you want what you want. You just want a man to want the same thing. So it is what it is. You're going to find yourself in a lot of dumb situations. You can't just sit around blaming a guy for doing A, B, and C because you're ignoring red flags. You know the guy's a cheater. You know the guy is this. You know what I mean? But it's just the life of a young girl. So if you know that this is just you, your personality, you're just going through life like without even paying attention to nothing, well, don't take your situations so seriously until you actually, develop the discernment of a grown woman. My third take is this. Okay, hold on.
Give me a second. I am sorry, guys, that we keep pausing this. It is. Give me a minute. Did this guy just
don't be
wait?
A consummate.
Hold up. Did he just try to solve her issue by saying you start practicing discernment, but then on the other hand, you did not finish that sentence by saying men blah 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 too? You can't do that. You can't give one advice to one person. And I know that the video started with just her having her opinion, and I get it. But also, you can't finish that sentence without saying, men, we have to start getting our act together, blah, 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 blah. What in a nonsense? I just wanted to put out there. You have anything, or you're good?
I'm good.
Let's continue.
Boyfriend haver. I'll say it again. Don't be a consummate boyfriend haver. This woman says, well, my man, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. Well,
hey, you. Yes, you. So, thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope that you enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for coming to my page. So, I would like for you to subscribe, and I also want you to watch the last video, and I hope that you enjoy everything on my channel. Thank you.